Hey guys, today we're making an animal cell model. What you need is Play-Doh, colors, and a styrofoam ball. I've already had the Play-Dohs prepared in the organs of the cell. This is the cell wall. This is the mitochondria. You have to have a squiggly line in the middle. This is the lysosomes. You have to have these dots, which are the 8 digestive enzymes. This is the nucleus, and this is the endoplasmic reticulum. It has these holes in it because that's what produces the protein. This is the Golgi apparatus. These holes receive the protein. That's why you need to put the holes in. To make the base of the cell, you need to cut 1/4 out of a styrofoam ball. And then you color the inside, whatever color you wish. The outside has to be a different color from the inside. And you could use whatever color you want still. Once you're done, you have to put the cell wall or the protection of the cell around this edge. It should look like this. The surrounding should be covered by the cell wall or the Play-Doh. Next up is the mitochondria. This is the power box of the cell. You can put them wherever you want, but remember, none of the organs should be touching each other except the nucleus and the endoplasmic reticulum. So now we put in the mitochondria. I have placed my mitochondria like this. You can put them wherever you want, but remember what I said. Don't let them touch each other. Next up is the endoplasmic reticulum. You put the endoplasmic reticulum close to the center. Leave enough space so you can put the nucleus in. You have to measure it before you put the endoplasmic reticulum. So now I'm going to measure it. No, here. And now this is where I decided to put it. I measured it and put this item here. So now I'm going to put the Golgi somewhere where I can put it. I'm going to put it here. Squish it down and leave it alone. Next up is the lysosomes, also known as the destroyer of the cell. I'm going to put the lysosome over here. And I am done my animal cell model. It looks nice, doesn't it? Now I'm going to tell you some facts about the animal cell. We're going to be learning about cells. So first of all, to make things clear, there are 2 kinds of cells, plant cells and animal cells. The difference is plant cells are more boxy than animal cells, which are round, mainly round though. And animal cells have a lot of different organs, but they don't have a chloroplast like plant cells. Today we're going to be mainly talking about animal cells. So first things first, this is a really good way to learn because mostly you have to read a lot and watch a lot of videos to learn about cells, but this is only one video that will make you learn about the basics of cells. Cell fact number 1, all living things are made of cells, which means animals, plants, and us. 2, cells are microscopic. They can't be seen by your own eye, which also means you need a microscope to see them because they're so tiny. Cell fact number 3, cells can live on their own or join together to make a multicellular organism. There's 2 different kinds of organisms. A one-celled organism, which is still microscopic because it's made of one cell, and multicellular organisms like us and other animals and plants. Fact number 4, there are about 75 trillion cells inside of our bodies. That's a lot. Sometimes you might even have 100 trillion cells in your body. Cell fact number 5. Cells can be of 2 main types, Prokaryotic cells are what I call the messiest ones because the DNA is scattered all over. And they have this tail called the flagellum. And eukaryotic cells, which don't have flagellums, and they have a DNA packed in the nucleus. And they also have villi, which acts like a flagellum. Cell fact number 6. There are these cells that kill germs by making the germ kill themselves. These cells are called killer T cells, and they're a white blood cell. They send protein inside the germ or whatever it's fighting and set up its trigger for the self-destruct sequence. Old cells are always being replaced. Skin cells, muscle cells, you name it kind of cells, they all have been dying since you were born. It's like, imagine 1 million birthday parties every day. That's what's happening inside your body. Cell membrane is the outside of the cell, also known as the cell wall. They vary in thickness, but all of them are very, very thin. In fact, the cell membrane is so thin that it needs to be protected by protein. The protein protects the cell membrane and only Fact number 9. Cell membrane is so thin that it needs to be protected. Yes, a cell membrane is so thin that it needs to be protected by protein, which guards it from germs and other unwanted things. The protein protects the cell membrane and only lets specific things in. So it also means that it only lets water and air in, but only a specific number of water and air. The mitochondria protects the cell, powers the cell, This is a mitochondria. Mitochondria creates this stuff called ATP. ATP is like a power booster of the cell. It enables the cell to live. The lysosomes, there's these things called lysosomes. They are like the self-destruct sequence of a cell. When the cell is damaged, the lysosomes explode. When the cell is damaged, like I already said, and they release digestive enzymes that eat the cell. Because the cell can't heal, these digestive enzymes get to work by digesting the cell. The endoplasmic reticulum makes the protein. The Golgi processes the protein. So first, this is the endoplasmic reticulum, the police station of the cell. This creates protein and then it sends it off packages and then sends out the protein. Fact 14. The cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance that holds the small organs of the cell. The cytoplasm is very sticky and it's also liquidy, but it's sticky enough to hold the parts of the cell. Cells are very social. Cells unusually text message like us people. They talk a lot, and they even give suggestions, and they also give other communicative stuff. The nucleus, the boss of the cell, it does all the paperwork and it tells the cell what to do. It also guides the cell in, you there, you are going to be a lysosome. You there, you're going to be a Golgi. You there, you're going to be an endoplasmic reticulum. And so on. Another fact is that not all cells are good. You know germs, they're cells. Cells can vary in size too. Viruses are also cells. Same goes for a lot of other one-celled organisms.